I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, vintage frames on my face. Looking like I'm from the deep, these no Cartiers. Pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go up like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip. Neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib. Neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick. Neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the dip. Okay, thought I'd never make it like no way. I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, on no say. Okay, this the news, tell them read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go, go, go. Whoa, I press the button and the door.
What is going on? What is going on? Hey, look, my man's over here rocking, bro. Hey, how you like that, man? What's good, dog?
I was like, oh, I was expecting that, bro.
I had to switch it up a little bit. Hey, shout out to everybody. What is going on? What is going on, y'all? Let me give you a hand clap.
Deep in his bag. Oh.
Hey, listen,
I was
man.
a hype man.
I know, right? You know, I had to throw a few things in there, man.
It's a vibe out here, bro. Let's
hey,
go.
It's so awesome to be able to come in here and talk football with you guys. Captain Rob, how you doing, man, on this lovely Saturday? Hey, shout out to my man, Amp Sports, man. What's good? What's good, bro? Hey. All right, man. What's good, homie?
Man, I thought I was hyped before the show, but that just...
I know, right? I know. That's that. Hey, that's that gym type of music that be getting me hyped. You know, I've been going to the gym, bro. You know, you've been keeping me motivated. You know, trying to stay consistent. I did run 3 miles yesterday, so I was a little tired.
Okay.
For the show for tomorrow.
Yo, how you been eating? How you been eating?
Man, staying away from the carbs. The desserts at nighttime. Just trying to be consistent. Just eat lean meats and stuff like that, and eat everything in moderation. So just having that consistency is really, really key. But the main thing is like getting into the weekend, the nighttime, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to be able to, sometimes you be wanting to Netflix and chill. You know how that goes.
Yeah. So like, how often do you weigh in?
Probably like every other day, but I might start doing like twice a week, bro, because I don't want to get so caught up into the, just over like trying to weigh in too much, because sometimes you can get a little discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So there's always pros and cons to weighing in, right? Like every day versus once a week versus every other day. Weighing in every day kind of like lets you know.
It's kind of covering you. Hold on, I can't really hear you, bro.
Can you hear me?
Maybe because okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I can hear you.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. I hear you. Go ahead.
So yeah. So like the weighing in, but like I like the weighing in. I just like keeping tabs, right? But like the weighing in after the weekend, that's a real test, right? Because you have to be able to like make that net gain, or that net loss in this case, after the weekend, because that's when you fall off the wagon a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's the thing.
Just keep it tight, everything in moderation, right?
Yeah. But my thing is, one thing I did want to ask you, because I know that you have been training people, like how is the energy with the people that you be training? Because it's the same type of process, when you're going through football, just being consistent, making sure that you eat the proper diet. Like what are you saying to these guys, and are these guys saying staying consistent?
Yeah. So one of my pre-questions, right, is how important is this to you? Right. And like some people might say 10, some people I've really got a lot of like 6, 7, whatever, I'm just trying to stay in shape, but it's really how important it is to you, right? And the energy just kind of goes with that, right? But like as soon as people start seeing a little bit of results, the energy starts to come up a little bit, right? Like, this does work, right? I've been consistent for 3 weeks, and I've actually, that the scale might not have changed as much as I wanted it to, but I dropped a whole pant size, right? And like it's those little things that people that be like, oh man, I haven't fit to these jeans since pre-COVID. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I know, right?
You know,
I know,
thanks,
right?
Rob, you know what I mean? And then like,
hey, look,
man, I couldn't do 10 push-ups. I couldn't do 10 push-ups last week, but now I'm doing 15. This is crazy.
Yeah, man. Baby steps, man. That's why I say with me, like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Every time I'm running on a treadmill, if I'm doing anything like that, like the first couple of days, it takes me a little bit of time. But you know, it's okay to stop sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, but you just gotta lock in and focus and stay consistent. A little bit that we be talking about with our Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the key thing, and the one key thing too, right? Say you do have a bad night tonight, right? You're Netflix and chill with Jasmine, right? You get a whole tub of ice cream, whatever. That's part of the process, man. You're human, right? Don't let that kill your whole week. Like, don't wake up Monday morning like, oh, well, I had that ice cream. Now I can't work out today. It don't work like that. Yeah. That's just part of the process, baby.
See, but the thing is, though, like if you want one quick thing on that, like if you do good throughout the week, it's the caloric deficit. So if you do good throughout the week, you can treat yourself on the weekends. Once, you know what I'm saying, maybe a Saturday night, don't overdo it now. But at the same time, treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? But
and really the science behind the whole cheat meal, right? Sorry, the last thing we're talking about. The science behind the whole cheat meal, right? As you're doing that caloric deficit, right, your metabolism is dropping, right? Mm-hmm. So when you do that cheat meal on Saturday, right, you get those carbs, you get that ice cream, your metabolism is going to shoot back up, right? To have to metabolize all those extra calories, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to shoot back up for the next. It's going to last. It's going to be up here for the next 3-4 days, right? So now when you go back to eating healthy, your metabolism is burning at a higher rate, right? So the cheat meal is actually important, right? But people just overdo it, right?
But like you want to shock your metabolism. You don't want to try to stay too low. You want to continue to keep shocking it, because if you stay too low, your body get used to it, and it's going to be harder for you to be able to lose more weight. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be critical. But hey, shout out to the whole Cowboys Nation. It's always good to talk about health, man. We love to be able to come in here and just open up. This is what we do. We go live a couple of times, man, but it's always good. I've been so busy, me and Captain Rob. We got so much things going on. But every time we come in here, Cowboys Nation, is always something new to talk about. And shout out to my guy, Zach Martin. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite players. They did restructure his deal. We don't have too much cap room, but I think that this was one of those, it's like a financial flexibility for next year, 2025. You could be able to save $7 million. But the thing is, this Dallas Cowboys team, they got so much more work to do. I'm not really too much the cap guy, but the thing is, man, I knew that, the way that they set these contracts up, Captain Rob, is pretty much set up for these guys to be able to get restructures, so it can be able to give us some flexibility going forward, bro.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what we need. And this is what the Cowboys are good at to a certain extent, right? We're always kind of kicking the can down the road, which is fine, right? I mean, eventually it does get caught up with you, i.e. Dak Prescott, $59 million, right? But we have the option to restructure that or extend that, right? So we have plenty. Zach Martin's not the only guy, right? We created $13 million of cap space. We are under the cap now, right? So we are legal for the new cap year, right? Mm-hmm. So
that's how it all starts. It all starts.
That's how it all starts. And like earlier this week, me and Jason were like, it's 6 days to it's the cap year. What are we doing?
Hold on, let me see if I can find that you had on last time. Remember you was talking about with the contracts and what those guys. Right. Let me see. I don't know if it's this one.
So that's the kind one.
Okay,
so this
is
right? So
okay.
Hold this one right here.
Yep, gotcha.
Yeah. So Zach Martin was restructured. I believe he was restructured, right? So we saved about 13 mil, right? 12.5, right, against the cap. And that allowed us to be, I think we're like 3 million under the cap right now, right?
I think it's like 3 million. Yeah.
Yeah. So next should be like Trevon Diggs, right? We'll save another 8 mil, right? The Terrence Steele will save another 5 mil. We probably won't restructure Cooks or Gallup, right? I think those are going to be more.
See how it plays out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more post June 1st cuts. I want to hold on to Brandon Cooks. I think you're on the same board as me.
Yeah.
I think he's good for the team.
Just for another year, you know what I'm saying?
At least another year.
Yeah,
right?
Because what he did towards the end of the season after the bye, sometimes, being that first year player, and shout out to Mike McCarthy for, getting him right. And, he was I think he ended up having 8 touchdowns to end the season, bro.
Right. And like if we cut Brandon Cooks, that's just another position room that we're going to be like depleted in talent. Right. So like we're already depleted talent, and as of right now, we're depleted at talent. We don't have a starting running back, right? Unless you want to call Deuce Vaughn our starting running back. That's right. Not good, right? We don't have starting linebackers, right? We have one starting linebacker, Damone Clark, and he's borderline backup, right?
You're talking about Damone Clark, yeah.
Damone Clark, right?
And it's not always a bad thing to be a borderline backup. That's not a bad thing, right?
That's not a bad thing, right? You're still gonna get a lot of playing time, right? But like every down starter, I don't think he is, at least at this point right now, right? Maybe he develops more with Zimmer, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
And Sports said, watch out for that Gallup cut. That Gallup cut is going to come post June 1st, right? It could come earlier than post June 1st, but it could be designated as a post June 1st cut.
Yeah,
right? Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah, because the thing is with me, man, like I Michael Gallup is one of my favorite players, bro. Like, I mean, but sometimes when you have those ACL injuries, things happen sometimes. And at this point now, when you're thinking about all of these coaches being on 1-year deals, you got so many questions about Dak Prescott. We know it's hard to find quarterbacks, but a lot of these other positions, Zach Martin, he's extending he's restructuring his contract. When you look at guys like Michael Gallup, I mean, it's go time. So at this point now, it's a big question mark when it comes down to him being able to play on this team. You got to get guys in here that can be able to make an impact early and often, bro. And I think that with Brandon Cooks, he's going to be one of those guys with year 2 coming in this year with our offense. He should be able to thrive, but they have to add on to this wide receiver position. So we'll definitely get there.
Right. And I believe we will. And, but like, I mean, how do you feel about this all in move? Do you think it's coming? Do you think it's just the Jones talk?
I mean, I think that, at this point now, they're going to have to step up, bro, regardless if it's free agency or if it's in the draft. Yeah. At this point now, when you're looking at this whole team, when you look at everybody that's undrafted free agents this year, you're going to have to get busy in free agency as well as the draft. There are no excuses, or you won't get to where you want to be. I know that this team, I mean, we've consistently got the 12-5 a plethora of times. This team has had a winning record a lot of times. But at this point now, what are you going to do, and how can y'all be able to propel and take that next step once we get into the playoffs, bro? So all in, whatever you want to call it, hey, just go out there and go get dogs that can go out there and make a difference.
And it started with Zach Martin. We didn't have to restructure, but we needed to restructure to get under, right? We had to, right? And you can't lose a Hall of Famer. I mean, in Dallas, I guess you can. We have cut DeMarcus Ware. We just let Tyron Smith walk, right? But Zach Martin's he's too damn good, right? More all pros and holdings in his career, which is crazy.
Yeah. Hey, speaking on Zach Martin, man, I'm speaking on Tyron Smith. It's so unfortunate that, a guy that has been with this organization for so long. I mean, this guy has put in so much work, but we know when it comes down to the trenches, it is a bang position. And it's been a lot of years that this guy he's been productive, but at the same time, he has been injured. And I knew that once they start having him have light schedules, only practicing 1 time a week, we got to have these guys available. Your best ability is availability, and you got to be there at the same time. This is why I always say that trenches is imperative when it comes down to the NFL draft. You want to continue to keep on bringing in guys, left tackle position, right tackle position, keep these things wide open. And I think that we've been doing a good job, Rob. Like the Awesome Richards, I think that there's promise with this player, depending on where they're going to position him at. I remember when he first got drafted, Mike Solari was saying that he can play the center position. I'm not sure about that, but at the same time, right tackle, playing that guard position, they love guys with flexibility. And the thing is with guys like Tyron Smith, TJ Bass playing that left tackle position in college for Oregon, and then having the ability to play guard, as well as Brock Hoffman. We're about to get there and show some Brock Hoffman film. But the thing is, man, flexibility is key. And guys like Tyron Smith, man, it hurt my heart, Rob. It hurt my heart.
Yeah, man. And it's like, what do you think happened? Do you think we lowballed him? Because I don't think the details came out yet. Like, do you think we lowballed him, or do you think?
I don't think them details ever gonna come out, bro. With Dallas, they keep a lot of things under wraps. You know what I'm saying? And it's surprising to me, like where you don't really hear about a lot of these players in the NFL that talk bad about the Cowboys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they might end up leaving guys like Dalton Schultz. It's so crazy with that.
Oh, we'll talk about that. I got something for Dalton Schultz.
Yeah. It's so crazy with that. But when you think about like teams or players, they don't really talk too much trash about us when they're leaving, because it's such a good organization, man. I mean, any player will want to play in Dallas. I mean, it's either fans love us or they hate us. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it all plays out. But the thing is, with guys like Tyron Smith, I wish that we could have got a championship with him. Man, because I just think that with his type of ability and what he can be able to do in protecting that blind side of the quarterback, it is extremely important. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? With guys like Tyler Smith. So I do want to get your thoughts, Rob, on Tyler Smith. How do you feel about him playing that left tackle position? I know that he's a guard and he's an all-pro guard, but I got to get your thoughts on that, bro.
So I'm going to give you another Madden analogy.
Not Madden. Hey, shout out to John Jones too. Hey, shout out to my man John Jones. He said, top of the morning, JC. Top of the morning, JC and JC Cowboys Nation. I see you started early. Yeah, we started early today, man. Usually we go late, but you know what I'm saying, we gotta keep it good on time. You know what I'm saying? Some people go live in midday, so we gotta get our shine on a little bit something. All right, and shout out to Mr. O'Shea too. What's good, bro? That's my main man. He said, wonder if there are any moves that Dallas can do to move up to get one of those elite tackles in the draft. So before we go there, give me your thoughts. That's a good segue. Yes, that's a great segue. Give me your thoughts on Tyler Smith.
Okay, so Tyler Smith, right? First team All-Pro left guard, right? From the time we drafted him, I was like, yo, this is a left guard body, right? He's a powerful human being. People already started comparing him to one of my favorite football players of all time, the great 73, Larry Allen, right? I think he's one of the best Cowboys ever, right?
That's crazy that they're comparing him there.
Yo, Larry Allen, he wore the same number, right? Larry Allen was just that guy, right? Bench 700 pounds, right? But look at this dude. He's built to play left guard, right? Coming out. I think the cons on him were, can he move his feet? And he holds a lot, right? So his first year, he played pretty good left tackle, right? Early on it was kind of a headache, but he played a good left tackle 2 seasons ago, right? Mm-hmm. And then last year when Tyron came back, right, he settled down into, I believe, what his natural position is, left guard, right? First team All-Pro, right? So to give him a Madden analogy, I believe that makes him like a 97, right? So do you want
playing the left guard position?
Playing the left guard. He's like a 97 left guard, 98, right? He's the best. So the NFL considers him the best left guard in all of football right now. So
okay.
So all right. So that's that, right? And then if you're talking about drafting a left tackle, right? If you keep him at left guard, that means you want to draft a left tackle.
So let me ask you this question. Question real quick. Let me throw this in here. So what is his rating at left tackle, you believe?
So no, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay, I got you. Okay, my bad.
I'm getting my bag right, huh?
I got you.
So he's a 97 left guard, right? So if we draft a left tackle, right, or rookie, right? Let's just give that rookie. Let's say we draft the best left tackle in this rookie class, right? Whenever we get if we trade up to get him, if we trade down, if we get lucky, whatever, let's give him like an 80, right? Because he's a rookie, right? So do you want an 80 rookie and a 97 left tackle, or if you put Tyler Smith back to left tackle, right, and you put TJ Bass at left guard, and then you also free up that number 1 pick to go draft a center that we also need, right?
Yeah.
Right. So now you'll have maybe like an 89 at left tackle. TJ Bass probably like a low 80s left guard, and then like a center that's still a rookie, so it's probably gonna be like low 80s, right? Do you want that line, or do you want the rookie left tackle, the All-Pro left guard, and maybe like a second round center, which is like 75? So if you add all that up, you're kind of even. You're kind of even, right? So you can't go wrong either way, because Tyler Smith is so versatile, and we drafted him to play left guard. So my final answer to you is, I believe if you have an All-Pro at something, you keep him at All-Pro and you build around him, right? But it also depends what your goals are, right? If your goals,
what did we draft him for, bro? What did we draft him for?
I believe we drafted him to replace Tyron Smith eventually.
We do know that the left tackle position is the most important position in football outside of the quarterback position.
Yeah.
We do know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is with me, that left tackle position is extremely important. Yes, the left guard, I mean, he is a posterizing left guard. I mean, this guy has been holding it down, getting to the second level. I made a ton of videos of what this guy can be able to do at that left guard position. But here's the question, though. That left tackle position, if he is able to kick out there, how good are these players in the draft at that left tackle position? A lot of these guys have been talking about right tackles, guys like Tyler Guyton, guys like, let me go to him now, guys like Tyler Guyton, right? So Tyler Guyton is one of the guys that he's a good player. He's a good player, but the thing is with me, I want to be able to see a player come in here that has had left tackle experience. Being a right tackle and you are a raw player, the thing is with him, he's about 6'7", 328 pounds. He has put in some good work. I'm not saying that this guy is a mop, but the thing is with him, he can be able to move very well. He does have his questions about, getting his hands on guys and speed rushers and things like that. But my big deal, bro, is experience. I want to be able to have guys. Let me see if I can fit it smaller. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Yeah. So I want to be able to bring in a guy that has experience. He's one of the guys, Captain Rob, that's a raw project. That's why I say that left tackle position is extremely important. Now, if you're thinking about guys like Troy Fatanu or guys like Jordan Morgan, who has played that left tackle position in college, that's what I would feel good about. But when you're thinking about guys like a Tyler Guyton, and I'm not saying that this dude is a bum, but you want to have guys that got experience, Rob. That's why I would want guys like Tyler Smith to kick out at that left tackle position.
So, okay. So you wrapped it up with that, right? Because of that, you want Tyler Smith at that left tackle, right? So that's another pro to Tyler Smith at the left tackle. So I do think TJ Bass right now is a better guard than Guyton can be a left tackle going to. I think that
the things that I saw on. Let me take this off. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go. My bad.
Well, Mr. Autry.
Hey, shout out to Mike Autry, man. What's good? What is going on, bro? We're in our bag right now, man. We breaking down this offensive line because the thing is, guys, like it's so good to talk about the trenches. A lot of these, a lot of people that follow me, I mean, that's all we love to talk about, defensive line and offensive line, so it's critical. But when you're thinking about guys like TJ Bass, I mean, I liked what this guy did at that left guard position, and I did make a few videos of what this guy could be able to do. But not only guys like TJ Bass, you want to think about guys like Brock Hoffman playing that center position as well. And I got some sneaky tape, bro. I'll be running this all 22 and seeing him playing that center position coming out of college. Remember, flexibility is key when it comes down to these coaches and what these guys and what they want out of these guys. So we got to keep this thing wide open. I know that there's a possibility that we might end up bringing back Tyler Biadasz, but at the same time, with Brock Hoffman, he's one of the guys that they brought in here to be a center and a guard as well. So you got to keep that in mind. The guard position and the center position, that they might have some plans, Rob. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people have been talking about, picking up wide receivers in the first early part of the round, or maybe a defensive lineman, because they believe in guys like Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass, bro.
Yeah, I like Hoffman's feet.
I like his feet a lot. He's aggressive at that center position, bro. For coming out of college, bro.
Yeah, I'm just afraid of him in the power run game. You know what I mean? That's why I like that North Carolina boy, or that Duke boy. He went to Duke, right?
Oh, you talking about Graham Barton?
Yeah, Barton.
I got his tape right now too, bro. You already know I'm on it, dog.
Yeah, I like his power a lot. But so
get to break him down too, bro.
So my 2 cents is that I don't really want to draft left tackle in the first round, right? I'm more worried about this defense, right? Because it's like, this offense, it don't matter who out there, we're gonna score 500 points. It's like, what I mean? Like, I know left tackle. But so let me ask you a question, JC. You said we drafted Tyler Smith to replace Tyron Smith, right?
Eventually,
we drafted Micah Parsons to play linebacker, right? And he settled in defensive end, right? So that's another pro for the Tyler Smith going to left, staying at left guard. We drafted him to play left tackle, but he's all pro left guard.
Yeah, he's an all-pro left guard. I mean, I get it. I definitely get it, man. But, they have to figure something out when it comes down to it, bro, because that's my thing. I'm just keeping everything open. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of different things that they can be able to do to be able to get this right. You know what I'm saying? You could trade up. Shout out to my man, Mr. O'Shea. He said you could trade up and go get one of those guys, but I want to have a guy that's in here that has experience at that left tackle position if you're going to keep Tyler Smith at that left guard.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? At this point, look, at this point now, when you're bringing in guys that you're like right tackles, like guys like what's his name? Mims, right? So I did a little breakdown. I got a little tea today, man. Let me see.
Mims is out of Georgia, right?
Yes. So give me your thoughts on Mims. I'm gonna let this play. Give me your thought on him. He's the right tackle. Another
what's his size again? What's his size again? Do you have a size?
6'8", 340, and he's a
bruh. Okay. So when I look at draft, right, I look at numbers and I look at potential, right? I'm not so worried about production because if you remember when we drafted Tyron Smith, he was a young left tackle coming out of US. He was 19 years old when we drafted him, right? He was very unpolished, right? But his athleticism was Tyron
Smith. Hey, bro, but everybody can't be like that, though, bro.
No. There's only one Tyron Smith. Yeah. So, but when I look at a guy like this, like, bro, 6'8", 340, and he can move, that's crazy to me. I'm like, yo, I might go ahead and get that, right? I'm not mad at that.
And kick him at the left tackle position.
Is his feet like that? I mean, he's pretty athletic to me. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, right?
No, I'm not saying that you are wrong, but he's another one of those guys that fall into the Tyler Guyton, bro. He falls into playing the right tackle position. Last year, he only played, I think, like 6 games. He's never played the left tackle position before. So that's why I have to get you guys' mindset on this. Like, what are y'all thinking? Like, do y'all feel good about a right tackle coming out of college and playing that left tackle position? We know that right tackle versus left tackle, the eyes, your kick slide, your hand placement, everything is exactly opposite. But on that left side, you're going up against speed rushers, guys that can be able to swipe, dip, ghost moves, ghost pass rush moves, all types of stuff, bro. So it's a different kind of animal. That's why I'm saying I think he can be good. But at the same time, how much, Cowboys Nation, can we trust the Amarius Mims? How much can we trust a Tyler Guyton coming in here from that right tackle position, going to the left tackle position and making, and rolling like that?
Right. And then also, are you calling, so like, you have to factor this in too. Are you going after a championship this year? Or are you biting the bullet and calling this a rebuild year? Right?
Bro, they better be going after the championship this year. I'm going to lose my mind if they don't, Captain Rob.
Bro, I think, so feel me on this, right? A lot of things change when you lose your all-world Hall of Fame left tackle, right? Like that might be just one too many pieces to have to fill back in to really make a legitimate championship run. Yeah, you really have to think about that. Like, you might not like it, and of course you don't like it. We want to go out to championship every year with the Dallas Cowboys, right? But you might have to accept that, right? You might have to accept that, like, yo, look, everybody's on a 1-year deal right now. From the head coach to the defensive coordinator to the quarterback, right? And we just lost our left tackle. We're cap strapped, right? We might just kind of bite the bullet and I don't want to talk like this, but like it's something that you have to accept, right? So let's just say like it is a rebuilding year. Yeah, then go after a left tackle like this, right? That needs to develop, right? But if you're going after a championship, I think our best bet is to kick Tyler Smith out, bring TJ Bass to the guard, and go draft a rookie center.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But hey, shout out to Jordan Morgan. You know what I'm saying? We got to give a shout out to Jordan Morgan. Because, I mean, he did play that left tackle position, and that's one of the guys that I've been talking about. Like, okay, if we're going to get a guy, if we're going to stay there, if we're not going to trade up, or if we possibly end up trading back, you can end up getting a guy like him. He could possibly be there, guys, or possibly a guy like Troy Fatandu. We know this guy can move very, very well. But just like I say, man, experience is very, very key. I want to see, and not only just that position, Rob. I mean, I want to see experience. I don't want to. This is why I'm not saying that Keon Coleman is going to be a bum, because I think he can be a really solid player, but I don't think he's a wide receiver, bro, coming out of Florida State. but he never had 1,000-yard season. So I just want to see guys with production, because at this point now, I know what Cowboys Nation wants out of these players. That's why I've been digging so much with these all 22s and just trying to find out, okay, I need to hit on these guys. So once we get to these live streams, we know what we're talking about and stuff like that, man. I just, production is real key when it comes to me, Rob.
Right. And let me rephrase on my rebuild year, because we're never going to be in a rebuild year because we still have a lot of talent on this team. But, like, it might not be the all-in year that we really want, right? Mm-hmm. Like, when he said all-in, I'm thinking, like, we have the ability to create $70 million with the cap space. We have the ability to go after all these free agents, but are we going to, with everybody on a 1-year deal with a new regime? So, like, to counter Mr. O'Shea's point, no way it's a rebuild year. Dak is possibly on his last year. Yeah, they could be looking at that.
Hold on, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, they could be, and I want to see your points on this, JC. They could be looking at this like, yo, look, we gave Dak 8 chances, right? And we're not going to load up around him, because he only has 1 year left, and then really cap the new regime that's coming in, right? If this is McCarthy and Dak's last year, the new regime that's coming in, they probably want as much flexibility as possible, right? You have to look at it like that, right? And the Joneses are always about the future. They're always about the future, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, you might have to, you might not like it, but you might have to accept it, right?
Yeah.
And especially at March 9th right now, right? We're only $3 million under the cap space. We don't have money to sign anybody, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it's like, what do you really want to do? Like, are they really going to eat this 59? If they choose to eat this $59 million of Dak Prescott's contract this year, that means we're really not trying to do nothing.
They're not trying to do nothing. That's why I say, bro, like,
which is like
we're not overhyping this team. Just like we was talking about in previous streams, they try and gas us and say that we overhype this team. We know where we are right now. We know that if this team is going to fall back and you don't get better in free agency and or the draft, then you're just gonna have the same type of issues. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on 1 second. Hey, shout out to 434. He said, "Who's the other fella?" He talking about you, bro.
Who's the other fella? Hey, yo, man, the captain, baby. Come on now, let's go.
Man, hey, don't he look like a captain in the army, man? Let's look at him, man. Big, strong face. Hey,
okay. I was former Army, former specialist, right? I might be reading up to get back in the Navy.
That's what's up, dog.
As I'm trying to get them to pay for school, I'm trying to further my horizons here. You know what I mean? What I'm saying? So, and like,
hey, shout out to everybody, though, man.
Hey,
man. Yeah, man. Much love to all y'all, man. Captain Rob, thank you so much for tapping in. You already know what we do when we come here, man. It's always great information. Shout out to everybody on the TikTok side. He said, I'm like Micah Parsons, bro. I just want to win. Me too, man. I just want to win, bro. At the end of the day, that's why I say, man, we know talent. We look at this stuff throughout college. We look at these free agents. I don't think that they're far away from being able to get to where they want to go. That's why we're talking about guys like a Dak Prescott, just building around him. This year is very, very important. I know, Rob, I think you was for him signing and getting I think you was you were one of the guys that wanted him to get extended, right?
I was one of the guys that wanted him to restructure. I do not want to extend Dak Prescott because I don't want to be in another 5 years from now talking about 14 years of Dak Prescott, still no championship. I don't want that. You know what I mean? I've given him enough chances. I want to restructure his contract. I want to load this team up, right, as much as I possibly can, right? Yeah. I want to restructure. I want to restructure and extend and cut who I have to cut to load this team up in free agency. This is a hot free agency class, right? There's so many linebackers. There's so many defensive linemen. There's receivers. There's offensive linemen out there. There's running backs. Derrick Henry just bought a house in Dallas. We'll talk about it.
Facts. Hey, I did before
because the safeties are crazy. Everybody's getting cut right now, right? People are falling through the cap casualties of their team, right? Yeah. Justin Simmons shouldn't be cut, right? But the Denver Broncos are in hell because they paid Russell Wilson $89 million.
And $89 million.
$89 million cap is crazy.
Right.
So that's the position I don't want to be in 5 years from now with Dak Prescott talking about no championships.
So look, all right. So this was before we get into the defense. this has been such a good show so far. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting into this draft, and we will talk about a couple of these free agents because it's a big time free agent frenzy. And we got to do a couple more live streams, Rob. You know what I'm saying? We got some things to talk about in the next couple of days. You know, it's about to get real jiggy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I did want to close today on talking about the offensive line. Just for now, we got more guys that we're going to be talking about, but I did want to get you guys' thoughts on guys like Graham Barton. I did run a all 22 on him, but I did want to get you guys' thoughts because we were talking about the center position and that guard position. There's a lot of question marks, but we know that. Let me see if I got it. Let me see. Let's see. We'll just let this play out. You know what I'm saying? Because we do know that this guy has flexibility. One good thing about this guy, he's played that left tackle position as well as that on the right side. He's played a little bit of the center as well. I think 5 games in 2020 he was playing that center position. But I do want y'all to look, just being able to just see this guy to be able to get to the second level and just wipe guys out. This is the kind of stuff that we like to see when it comes down to offensive linemen. Just being able to just stymie these guys. One thing bro. Yeah. Hey, look, but we got some things to show though, because there's good things and there's bad things. But seeing a guy being able to completely remove a guy off the screen like that, bro. One bad thing about him though, bro, he's late as far as reactions. Some of these defensive ends can be able to get their hands on him. If you can see, he's extended his hands in his pec. And just being able to just get to him, that's one question that they have about him playing that left tackle position. You don't want to be able to have guys to be able to extend on you like that. But as far as being able to play that guard position, Rob, as well as that center, just do some fight in him, bro.
Yeah, I like that power, dog. I like him right there at the center, right? He's a Duke guy, so hopefully he's smart, right?
Yep, very smart.
You want your smartest guy to play center, right? I like him at center. But another thing about this draft too, like the reason why I don't think
hey, look at this. 1 second, my bad, dog. Look at this. He's on the right side too. He's playing on the right side, Rob. So you looking at him on the left side, he's playing on the right side right there, stymieing guys. That's a good look right there, bro.
Yeah. And like the reason why I don't like the trading up in this draft is because I don't feel like we're that one position away. Right.
Hey, look at this right here. Sorry, Rob. Look at this, y'all. Hey, Rob, look at this, dog. Look, break this down, Rob. Look at this. Look at him right there.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I like that power, man. He's aggressive power. Let's go. You know what I mean? Good feet. You know what I mean? The size is good. Pause, right? But
football talk. Football.
Yeah, for me, in when it comes to drafting and scouting, it's really about measurables, man. Like can your game translate? Like if you can be very productive in college, but that's because you're going against athletes that are not on the same level as you. Right?
Look, this right here. Look at this right here, bro. I just want them to catch this. This Jeremiah Trotter. Jeremiah Trotter put a move on him. He's one of the prospects coming out.
Yeah.
You see Jeremiah Trotter. Whoop. Put a little move on him right there. Yeah.
Keep your head up, Barton.
Yeah. Jeremiah Trotter is one of the guys I broke down too. So I just want to see have y'all catch that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about linebackers soon. But yeah, man. So like, I really want to trade down in this draft, and get and like really build, build more position groups. And like this is a deep draft when it comes to linemen, centers, linebackers,
wide receivers.
Receivers are crazy. Running backs.
Running back.
When we can talk about running backs, we talking about running backs today, or we better close?
I mean, bro, we gonna talk about it all, man. I mean, we can break it all down. It's just so many players to talk about, bro. Hey, let me get to this super chat though, man. Appreciate it. It's my first one in a while, man. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Hey, my man. Hey, shout out to you, the lunatic. He said, support new Cowboys media, always coming through and support, man. I appreciate you, bro. He said, extend Dak in 88 and then spend money in free agency. Baby Nut Steve, go Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys for life. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, look, they got to do something, man, because the thing is, that's the only way we're going to be able to get money. You got to go out there and get better. And that's a good segue, Rob, so we can be able to get in here and talk about these free agents. We did talk about a couple of these drafted players. Who you like, Rob? Who you like? I mean, I'm hearing Jamal Adams, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a lot of these guys, Justin Simmons. Who you think that, we're going to be able to target, once we get to free agency, if we get some, a little bit of bread to spend, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, yeah. So first of all, the difference between the extension and the restructure is only about like $3 or $4 million, guys. Right. So, and I just believe, I believe the restructure just gives us more flexibility with Dak next year, right? And people say that Dak is gonna has the Cowboys, he's gonna hold their feet to the fire. No, Dak doesn't want to leave Dallas, right? I don't believe there's another team that's gonna make him the highest paid quarterback in the league, right? And I don't believe he can make as much money off the field on another team. Being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, that comes with a lot. That comes with a lot of stuff, right?
Oh, it comes with a lot, bro.
Look at Aikman. Look at Staubach. Look at Jason Garrett, right? Just having that, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. And like that, and Dak is a good-looking, light-skinned, smooth brother, right?
It's so funny you mentioned Jason Garrett. My bad, dog, because like you in your bag right now. But these guys, I mean, we haven't even been winning for real, and they out there on big platforms, bro. That should tell you all you need to know.
You can't get that being the quarterback of the New York Jets, right? You can't get that being the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns or whatever, right? So he doesn't want to leave Dallas, right? Trust me. And the no state tax in Dallas. 50 million in Dallas is different from 50 million in New York. I'm trying to tell you.
Big facts,
right?
Yeah.
So if we can restructure Dak, that gives us like another 18 mil. If we can extend CeeDee Lamb, that gives us another like 15 mil, right? So right there, you're already like
15 million for CeeDee.
Something like that, right? And
that's big.
Yeah. So like you're already like 37 million cap space, right? So now what can we do with that, right? We can go get a Derrick Henry for $8-9 million a year. Right?
Derrick Henry.
We can go get a Bobby Wags for like $4 million a year. We can bring in one big defensive lineman, a DJ Reader,
Grover Stewart.
Yeah, Grover Stewart.
I like him a lot, man. I really do.
I like him a lot. And also, Daniil Hunter. I want Daniil Hunter so bad. I don't know why. No, he just reminds me so much. He reminds me so much of Nick Bosa, man. Like, he's so good, but he's a little older, right? But he's so good though. Like,
yeah.
He's just 6'4", 270, 16.5 sacks.
See, but you want to know what about that kind of, when he's putting up that type of production, that kind of reminds me of I'm not calling him Charles Haley, but you know what I'm saying? Like that type of like impact of being a veteran and still being productive on the field. Same thing when we picked up Deion Sanders, a productive player, and then you mix them with all the guys that we draft with those young dogs. That's why we was winning so much. You draft well, go out there and get big time free agents.
And what happened as soon as we picked up Charles Haley? Championship.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, Daniil Hunter is a Zimmer guy. So like that's my 2 cents, right? So like with 37 million, man, and then like, so you have 37 mil, right? And then you restructure Trevon Diggs as another 8 mil. That's $45 million right there, right?
I think they said that they were going to do that towards the end of. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know if it's after the draft. I don't know when they're going to do it. They could do it now, but somebody said they were going to do it later, bro.
What, with Diggs?
With Diggs, yeah, Diggs and somebody else that they said. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but they did. I think it was Calvin Watkins. I don't know. Cowboys Nation, let me know. Somebody said something about Trayvon Diggs, and they might end up doing it later. But I would want them to do it now, bro. I would want them to do it now to get room. It makes more sense.
Do it now, man. Go load up for 1 year and just see what happens. Especially, so that's the other side of the argument with having Dak on a 1 year and the coaches on a 1 year. Like load up for 1 year. Load up for 1 year and let's make a real one last big run. And then if we don't do it, man, start over, man. Cut everybody fired. Got my face.
Yeah,
start over.
Because my thing is
come in, whoever. I don't give a damn. All right.
Yeah, who cares, right? Because the thing is, it's looking like that's the way that it's shaping up to be anyway. I mean, if you got all these guys on 1 year deals, you look at Mike McCarthy, you're looking at the defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer, you're looking at Dak Prescott. I'm not sure. They might extend them, but it just looks like that everybody is on the line right now at this point because, I mean, we've been losing so long, but we're not that far away. I don't care. I'm going to keep pressing it, even though, we've been mopping out, but I just think that, with our talent, we just got to just do a couple of more things. And just like we said, aggression, we have to be active when it comes down to free agency, and not saying that we have to go get the very top guys, but you got to be in the mix. If not, then it's going to be the same type of situation because you want to bring in Mike Zimmer guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just come in the draft.
So speaking of Mike Zimmer guys, right? We already talked about Daniil Hunter. right? Kendricks is out there now, right? Jordan, so if you match up like a Kendricks, put him at the middle and get like a Jordan Brooks, right? That could be fire right there.
Yeah.
Right? That could be fire right there. And they can still play. And Kendricks is like the type of guy who's like, he might be past his prime a little bit, but he's not going to cost you a lot. He's going to bring experience to the linebacker room. He's going to know how to run Mike Zimmer's defense, right? He has linebacker size. He's not 6 feet 214 like my man Bell, right?
I didn't get his size.
He's like I know he's like two I think he's like 240 something.
I know that there's questions about him in as far as coverage, but I think every year throughout his whole career he had 100 plus tackles except his rookie season. He spent 1 year with the Chargers. Mike Zimmer, just like you said, bro, Mike Zimmer is used to him. He does not have the best coverage grades, but as far as being able to stop the run and reading and diagnosing and roaming sideline to sideline, I really, really do like this player. But we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. I don't know how much. I think they cut him. I think it was going to end up being like a $6.5 million cap hit. So he's not going to cost that much. But at the same time, I think I did read something about him and Mike Zimmer not getting along. It's hard to, Mike Zimmer has that personality. I don't know if something blew up. So I'm not sure 100% if he's going to want to come play with Dallas. But at the same time, I still think that he's a good player. But you have other guys in free agency as well that we can be able to get. Just like you were saying, guys like Jordan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the guys that I really, really like. You know what I'm saying? Coming out.
So actually, Eric Kendricks is only 6 feet 227.
I mean, but his ability to be able to stop the run is top tier though. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. All 22 never lies. You know what I'm saying? So he comes through. I saw some tape on him. I was gonna put it on here, maybe the next show. A couple of people. It's just a lot of editing.
You know who the best linebacker would be for you? You know who the best linebacker would be for us? He's 6'2", 255, runs a 4.3, and he's already on the squad.
Micah. Yeah. But you got to be able to bring in somebody else, though, bro. That's why with me, I mean, me personally, like if it were up to me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I look at guys. I mean, Jordan Brooks could be a good one, Eric Kendricks, but why not guys like Bobby Wagner? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's going to cost that much. And I think this guy literally had over 180 tackles last year. So he's been consistent with his tackle rate. I don't think this guy has missed a game in his entire career. So when you do, you can bring a guy in here that can be a leader on and off the field, that can be able to get guys like Micah Parsons going, Damone Clark. If these guys are on a 1 year deal, Mike Zimmer, Mike McCarthy, I think this is one of the guys that really makes sense because, being 33 years old, I think that he'll sign a 1 year deal with his brother.
Yeah. So no. So bring Mr. O'Shea's his comment right there.
Yeah. Let me see. Which one? At the very bottom?
Very bottom.
Okay.
He said, disagree, keep Mike on the line and move him around. Zimmer will do that. So first of all, if it was my defense, I'd move Micah in my foundational 4-3 defense, right? I would have Micah at the weak side linebacker position opposite the strong side of the offense, right? That's on first and second down, right? But in pass rushing situations, trust and believe, I'm letting one of the best pass rushers in the game go after the quarterback, right? Yeah. I want to put Micah in the best position possible to go after the man with the ball, right? And on first and second down, sometimes that's the man. That guy's usually wearing number 22s or 29s. He's a running back, right? Yeah. So I want Micah to be able to go get him. And if he's playing solely defensive end, they could just run away from him. They could run counters back at him. They could triple team him, right? I want to free Micah up to run. Micah's best attribute is running, right? He runs a 4.3. Like, he will shake you up and then go get the ball carrier, right? That's what I want to put him in the best position to do that. But trust and believe on third down, on passing downs, Micah, go get the quarterback. Go get the quarterback.
Yeah, see, that's my thing though with me though, bro. Like, I just think that with his type of ability,
I would have him at the will.
Yeah, you want to be able to mix it up though. You know what I'm saying? The better coaches, you can be able to. If you stick him at that will position, you better make sure that guy's at that defensive end position, whether if it's the right end or the left end. listen in between the A gaps. That's one of the biggest things that I think that he can be able to do. His closing speed is second to none. So the better coaches, I wouldn't just stick him at one spot. You know what I'm saying? Just like some of y'all have been saying, there ain't no way, bro. Because if you stick him at one spot, then that means that you're just not doing what you got to do as a coach. Because the thing is, a guy that's 250 pounds that has that closing speed, that you can be able to, I mean, some coverage, a little bit something, but like not going too deep. You know, he see ball, get ball, just like he said. But at the same time, the better coaches, man, you can be able to get him in position to win more often because of his athletic ability.
Right. And like put him at the weak side, right? He's just going to be more free to run, right? He's not having to take on like that. Like if you're running stretch to his side or whatever, right? You know, he's not taking on those initial guards, right? He just has room to run, to cut under people. You know what I'm saying? To probably take even bad angles, and you just use his speed to go get the ball, right? You know, I don't want to preach bad angles or anything like that, but like, you know, he has the athletic ability to do whatever he wants. And he, like, think Derrick Brooks, guys. Think Derrick Brooks. Derrick Brooks is one of the best linebackers I've ever seen play football, right? And Micah could be him 2.0. And I think that's what we originally drafted.
And also think the best pass rusher in the league too, as well. Both
as
ways,
well,
you know?
as well, right? As well. Like you remember Kevin Green from Carolina, also played for Pittsburgh. White boy, crazy dude, crazy hair. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he played linebacker. He's up there with like 134 sacks total career, right? But he still played linebacker. Like you could still rush, you could still blitz him. Like he could be like the offense can know that this guy's a primary blitzer, but on 1st and 10, he's being freed up to stop the run. So now we as an offense, I really have to get my bag because now I can't just scheme away from Micah, right? I don't know where Micah's gonna. You have to keep on moving Micah, right?
Yeah, but there's a shout out to my man Dwayne Brown. What is good, dog? What's going on?
Exactly, Dwayne Brown. He can win Defensive Player of the Year if you move him around. Absolutely.
Yep.
And like he just primarily started playing defensive end, and that wore him down. You see Mike on the sideline sometimes being gassed because he's 255 pounds going up against 320-pound left tackles all day, every day. That's tiring, bro. It's tiring.
Yeah. All right, shout out to my man, Mr. O'Shea. You can be able to piggyback on that because from what you're saying.
Brooks was great because he was so good in coverage, in my opinion. Brooks is great in coverage, right? But Micah has the athletic ability to be good in coverage. We just don't see it.
We don't see it. We don't really see it.
Because he's constantly on the line.
But it's crazy because when we did see it, I did break that down in the video against the Green Bay Packers. He did look a little lost, you know what I'm saying? But I think there's a lot that comes with that, not being able to do it as much. Dan Quinn not doing the right scheme and put him in position, but we haven't really seen it as much. But at the same time, I mean, we'll see. But we just know that he has the athletic ability to be able to do a lot of things. They just got to figure it out.
Like Micah could keep up with the Kittles and the Kelseys of the world if he was coached that way and really wanted to, and like that was like really like a philosophy that we went into. But his philosophy right now, because he thinks that's where the money's at, is defensive end. But like Micah, I'll pay you whatever you want, man. But I'm gonna move you around, like bro. Like I'm not just gonna pay you linebacker money. So that is actually a thing, JC. They saved $3 million on Micah by his 5th-year option on putting that linebacker as the defensive end. Yeah. So they're already kind of so I kind of feel them on the money thing, but
they working for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know it's gonna cost a lot of money for him. Guys like CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons, they are a vital. They are a big time part of our team, and we'll see. I mean, when you're looking at this linebacker position from the draft as well as in free agency, I do like some linebackers that's coming out in the draft, but you don't want to just bank on these young players. You got to go out there and go get dogs. Defensive line, as far as the linebackers, I think when is the legal tampering period start, bro?
That's like in 36 hours.
36 hours because you count down.
35 hours, 57 minutes to be exact. Though.
Yeah. I know, right? It's gonna definitely be big.
Tomorrow at midnight, the tampering period opens, and then Wednesday at midnight, the new league year starts. JC, who's your dream pickup in free agency? Your one guy that you want.
My one guy that I will want in free agency. I mean, even though I know that's probably not gonna happen, but with my channel, I'll break down anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Patrick Queen was one of my guys. You know, I did a video on him. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, what he can be able to do for this team. I know he's gonna cost so much money. That's why we've been talking about guys like, I think that Jordan Brooks is gonna be expensive as well, B-Wags and stuff like that. But I just think that with his type of ability, if you can be able to free up money, the stuff that you've been talking about, bro, freeing up money and being aggressive, that's one of the guys that I think that we can be able to change, completely change this culture. You match a guy like Micah Parsons and him together, bro. Come on now. And on top of guys like Derrick Henry, I think that Derrick Henry, you know, what this guy has, what he has done throughout his career, and just being one of those physical, imposing type of players, I think that just works out for our type of offense. But not only just him going out there and drafting the guy, one of those lightning type of players that we've been talking about. You got to have that thunder and lightning. We got to come back, get back to that, bro. So one of these running backs, one of those thunder running backs coming out of free agency, and one of these linebackers, I think that we can be able to, you know, start getting in position to try to get to where we want to be.
Yeah. No, I really like Patrick Queen a lot. I see the King Henrys out there, Bobby Wags. David Cowboy said Bobby Wags. My dream pickup, you know, I already said Danielle Hunter. But you know, on offense, I think Derrick Henry just brings a different attitude to the offense, man. He just brings like we were the number one offense, and you remember how bad we struggled in the red zone with not being able to just run the ball and pound it in. Like if we had Derrick Henry on this team, like that's crazy.
It changes everything, bro.
Changed everything, bro.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't even mind pairing him up with a Tony Pollard, right? You know, you have that.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Go ahead, yo. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, yeah. You have that thunder and lightning aspect to back, right? And then you bring in a either a lightning guy in the draft or a power guy in the draft, right? Or maybe like an all around guy in the draft, like pretty much a future guy in the draft, right? Because Derrick Henry probably only got 2-3 years left, but also Derrick Henry built different now. Derrick Henry built different, right? So he might be there for 3 or 4 years, but I would love to have a Derrick Henry Pollard guy. If they resign Pollard,
the same thing you're saying.
I would. So if you bring Pollard back for like $6 million, and then you sign Derrick Henry for $8 million, $9 million, $10 million, you only spend about $15 million in the running back room, which is going to give you like such a leg up on the competition. If you have Derrick Henry and Tony Pollard,
it's going. Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to know what to do with this offense. You're not going to know what to do.
That's why it would be like if we were to bring back Tony Pollard, I would definitely. And shout out to my man Dwayne Brown for the $5, man. Thank you so much, brother. I mean, the thing is, or you can be able to look for a guy in the draft. If you don't get a guy like Tony Pollard, you can find some good guys. I am going to be breaking down more running backs, but I wouldn't want to bring in a guy like Braylon Allen that plays just like a Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Not as athletic as Derrick Henry, but the thing is, they kind of have the same type of play style. If you draft a guy like Braylon Allen, okay, go get you a running back, possibly in free agency or possibly in the draft, that can be that scat type of guy, that can be that lightning type of player that can be able to catch the ball. You want to have that thunder and lightning. But the thing is, though, man, like when you looking at guys like Derrick Henry, I just think that, you know, with his type of ability and what he can be able to do, it changes everything. And keep in mind, man, like I know, you know, some people might be on board, some people might not be on board, but Jonathan Brooks is absolutely my favorite running back. I'm going to do a live stream, a video of him. I haven't done one yet, but just seeing him in the second round, Dallas will take that chance, and I think they've been talking about that. But just having a player that has a blend of everything. I mean, you can completely put this guy on the field on every down. He can block, he can catch in the perimeter, he can run in between the tackles. I know that he had that injury, but you know, sometimes, you know, with Dallas, they like to have those future picks. But if they do pick a guy up like that, be aggressive when it comes down to free agency, Rob. Possibly maybe 2 running backs that you've been talking about. Right.
So yeah, like so my dream move, right? I'll just talk about my complete dream free agency, right? Bring in 2 linebackers, bring in a defensive tackle, bring in a DN, bring in 2 running backs, go get a center in the draft. Go get another defensive tackle in the draft. We'll get a linebacker in the draft. That's the first 3 picks. So I probably want to trade down and hopefully get like a wide receiver extra, something like that, right? Yeah. That's a dream scenario for me, right? But you know, that's probably not going to happen. But it's definitely in free agency. We need we only have 2 linebackers signed right now. So we need to go pick up 2 free agency linebackers, 2 free agency running backs, and then we'll build the rest from there. And we have to pick up a defensive tackle. We have to pick up a one.
You have to. Yes.
Have to.
Yes, you have to. That's imperative, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say with me, I'm just wide open with this, man. I just think that, you can get better at so many different angles when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys. When we talk about the offensive line in the first part of the stream, the center position, the guard position, how much do these guys like Brock Hoffman? How much do they like guys like TJ Bass? They have put in a lot of good work. Sometimes, these, Will McClay and a lot of these scouts, they trust their guys, and that's not always a bad thing. If you see good tape, if you see what TJ Bass was doing this past year, I'm sure that some guys are confident that he can hold it down at that left guard position, but you got to keep it wide open. That's why we break down Graham Barton to be flexible at the center to the guard. That's why we talk about Jackson Powers Johnson. Go get the guy that can make a difference, a guy that you could be able to plug in there, not having question marks at the right tackle position, switching him to the left tackle position. Next thing you know, thinking that he's going to be a Tyron Smith. But just like we were saying, Rob, not everybody going to be that Tyron Smith to be able to switch to that left side. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting, man. I cannot wait. We got so much things to talk about, Rob. This was definitely a good show. We caught him off guard, bro. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, man. And, the morning coffee with Jason and Rob. Let's go.
I know, right? I know. All right.
Yeah,
shout out to everybody, though. Dwayne Brown, thank you so much for the love. David Cowboy, what's good with you, man? Shout out to my main man, Mr. O'Shea. Mike Autry, man, TikTok side, we appreciate y'all so much, man.
But hold on, just like David Cowboy just said, you need some proven players in free agency to fill needs. That's exactly what you need to do. Like you build your team through the draft, right? But then you bring in those proven guys to fill in those gaps, right? And they might be big money, they might be little money, right? But like they're proven dudes. You can't just have all what's Coach Garrett's saying? We like our guys, right?
Hashtag we like our guys.
Hashtag we like our guys. We love our guys, right? But we also like a lot of other players too. Like I love Derrick Henry, right?
Big facts.
Big facts. I love Bobby Wags, right? You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love DJ Reader. I love Danielle Hunter, dog. Like Nick Bosa to me, dog, right? So like, man, like you have to build all around free agency trades, right? We did the trade thing last year, and we thought we did the draft thing last year too, but our draft kind of mopped out last year. But
hey, quick thing, Cowboys Nation, y'all let me know your thoughts on Jamal Adams though. Remember we were talking about him when you saying proven players. We want to see consistency. I think that he was hurt the last couple of years. This past year he didn't really do much. I don't know if it was a scheme issue, but give me your thoughts when it comes down to Jamal Adams, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that, with his skill set, I mean, it could be good with Mike Zimmer, but at the same time, I haven't really seen much from him in a long time. You know what I mean?
Right. Just answer Mr. O'Shea's question. We have somewhere between 3 and 9 now, depending on which site you look at, right? But there's room to create a lot more, right? We went over that earlier. Mike Autry, I love Edwin Cooper. I love his 80-inch arm length. I'm okay on Junior Colson, right? I haven't looked at Liafu yet. But Adams though, Jamal Adams, hey man, if we're playing that single high safety and we need a safety down in the box, right? I don't think there's a better box safety in the league than Jamal Adams, or at least a couple years ago he was the best. Injuries and age, of course, right? But if you can get Jamal Adams for for cheap, bring the talent in, man. Bring the talent in.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they out on Adams. Yeah, I'm not really that big.
I'm probably out on him too.
But it's always good. That's why I say, man, you got to keep this thing open. Like everybody not gonna always agree. I mean, I like the dog mentality. When I played that linebacker position, I used to want to try to knock everybody's head off that had the ball. I'm gonna make you pay. But at the same time, that's not everything when it comes down to the game of football. Like it has changed. Like the way that you're playing football nowadays, you can't play like Roy Williams. You can't do all that kind of stuff. So the thing is, you got to be able to cover. You got to be able to understand the scheme. So if he was to get onto the team, can he play that J-Ron Curse type of role? I don't know. But at the same time, they got to do their homework. It depends on the money. I'm not big on bringing a player like him, but I just think that, with the linebacker position, defensive line. I think that's what it's going to be. And I think guys like DeMarvion Overshown will be playing that safety position, strong safety position with bigger linebackers, Rob.
Right. And just like Mr. O'Shea said, I think Zimmer's more of a split safety guy, right? With that second safety being like Harrison Smith, where he could play, where he's like rangy, he keeps on coming in and out of the box, right?
Look, I seen this on tape though, bro. They had Harrison Smith. He isn't the player that he used to be, but they used to have him down in the box. They used to have the linebackers in those double A gap. They were bluff blitzing. I remember I talked about that. One guy might be blitzing, the other guy might be bluffing. But the free safety, he was down, he was blitzing, bluff blitzing, just being around that. The thing that's so crazy about that, his type of scheme, is the free safety is not going to sit. He's not going to just be on top of the shell, bro. He's going to be coming down.
Right. So, no, I agree. So yeah, just like I said, he's in and out of the box, right? He's very flexible in the defensive scheme. So I mean, I like the safeties that we have right now, right? I don't hate Marquise Bell. I just hate him as starting strong side linebacker in a playoff game, right? I can't stand that, right? But he's a good football player, right? So, with Jay Thomas, Hooker, who else? Jay Thomas, Hooker,
Thomas, Hooker, Bell, possibly. I mean, I don't know. DeMarvion Overshown. I'm just not sure if they're gonna have him at the linebacker position.
He's a little light. But he could come back on 15 pounds, and we'll see.
I think he's gonna be nice though. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I did like him a lot when we drafted him. So
yeah. So all right, man. Hey, look, man, this was a good show, Rob. I know you got a couple things you gotta do today, man. Hey, man, this was great. Very, very informative live stream. We will
Dono, sorry, I forgot about Dono.
Yeah, Donald Wilson. See, I think that Donald Wilson, like, they will, if you're having a guy that's in the box like that, playing that strong safety position, I think with Mike Zimmer's type of scheme, he can have him at that free safety if you're dropping him. If you're dropping them and you got them bluff blitzing and doing things like that. So I think it's going to be a mix of, you might see strong safeties playing the free safety position and have those guys dropping down and stuff like that. Right. So they're going to be very, very aggressive.
And Donald's a more effective player too when he has a real linebacker playing in front of him as well, right? Mm-hmm. When he's not trying to, cover Marquise Bell's position all the time, right? Trying to help him out, right? He's more effective in the running game. Like he could be the guided missile in the running game. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. So
2 days of free agency, and we're only $3 million under the cap. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. We just might have to accept that Jerry's not on our page. I don't know.
Please, please. We do not want to go there, because the thing is, if they gave it to us, bro, we will find ways to go out there and win. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit back. Don't sit back. You gotta.
Don't give me control.
You know what I'm saying?
Too many rings.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You said what you say?
I said don't give me control because we got too many rings.
Yeah, too many rings.
Too many rings, man.
Hey, look, man. You know how many rings I be winning in fantasy, right? You know I'm the true champ. You know what I'm saying? But you've been beating me. You know what I'm saying? A couple times. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, though, man. Hey, look, man, we appreciate y'all so much. We'll definitely tap in soon. We got so many good things to talk about. We will have more All 22 videos. So if anybody missed the All 22 that we was running on a couple of these players, be sure to catch the beginning of this live stream. We will be creating some more for the future videos. And make sure y'all have a good day, man. Be blessed, relax. I think time goes back tomorrow.
Tonight. Yeah, we lose an hour or something like that. So make this day count.
Right? Yeah, most definitely, man. Hey,
please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, all that, man. Yeah, we never say that enough, man. But please contact out to everybody.
Because a lot of times they don't know that we live, bro. Yeah, they not all these subscribers. They don't even know that we live. YouTube, man. I think they might be a Philadelphia fan, man. Right. They might be a Philly fan, man. They're not telling my people I'm live, man. Hit that notification bell. Y'all say it every time I make a video, man, so y'all know when I'm live. Tap in with me, man, and then next show I'll probably do something. What, Rob? Have him hop on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that want to hop on and stuff.
Yeah, maybe you plan. Maybe do something like Monday. The start of the tampering period. If you guys want to hop in, you don't have to show your face, but we don't do the phone lines, so we you just hop in and click the link, right? You can basically be like this. Can you still hear me? Right?
I see you, cuz. I hear you, cuz. I hear you, cuz.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm
like,
saying?
you guys could just come on and if you don't really have to show face, but please come and
Yeah,
chat
we're
with us.
family, man.
We'd love to hear what everybody
Yeah,
has to say.
especially my guy, Mr. O'Shea. Hopefully he got time because he's a very. I think he was a coach, so every time he commenting, bro, he be showing me some new things. I'm like, shoot, I gotta be a sponge, man. I listen to you, dog. I'm gonna be really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm like, I already know how to
gotta-
create videos, so I'm like listening to this guy. I'll be like, man, the stuff he be telling me and stuff like that, like it's always great information from Dwayne, all of you guys, man. I really appreciate all y'all.
You gotta be coachable in this game, right? You gotta be coachable.
Yeah, big time. That makes you the best, man. That makes you the best. All right, y'all. Hey, we'll tap with y'all soon, man. All right, y'all. Go on. All right. Tap out.